Okay, so we're going to remove that. That graphic was erroneous. These are missiles from Iran into Israel, where it is about 9:14 p.m. It just got dark, and that is the Israeli defense response, the so-called Iron Dome, shooting anti-missile rockets into the air to intercept and hopefully knock out the incoming Iranian missile.
Just a short time ago, the Israeli military had told the public to enter a protected space and remain there until further notice. So they were aware that this was coming. There was a TV broadcast also that was interrupted. The military said they were working on intercepting launches from Iran. And I believe what we're seeing here is them doing exactly that. We've heard air raid sirens sounding in Tel Aviv and in Jerusalem as this is underway. This is the second time we've seen this, of course, in recent months. There was that very similar barrage of missiles from Iran over Israel months ago that were also largely intercepted. And as you just heard Michael O'Hanlon describe, the success of this interception will go a long way towards figuring out what further response Iran might feel that it needs in order to show its strength and its response and the caliber of what it's ready to do contra Israel, which launched that surprise attack on Iranian assets last night.
I don't think this would be a surprise to Israel. I think Israel knew that Iran would be, as Michael O'Hanlon said, sort of forced to respond, if anything, Kelly, just to save face, because let's be honest, the Iranian people, they were humiliated. I mean, the Iranian leadership, not people, the Iranian leadership were, by this attack. They lured the defense ministers and all the military into a fake meeting and took them out via missile. They hit people in their homes. They hit nuclear sites as well. No oil infrastructure, which is why the price of oil is up, but it's not up 13% like it was this morning. But Dom Chu, that is a live look right now at Tel Aviv, where hopefully the Iranian attack on Israel is indeed ending, over.
All right. So as we watch the video right now,
might be Hebron, not Tel Aviv.
I'm gonna help narrate what the market overlay is, if you will, over what we're seeing in terms of live shots out of Israel. We are moving towards session lows. OK, we're not going to show the chart. We're going to keep this graphic up here right now, the video. The Dow is down about 720 points, which would represent probably near the lowest of the point of the session so far. The other point that's interesting to make in all of this, vis-a-vis the conversation that we just had with Michael O'Hanlon, is just where you are not seeing some of the more market reactions. They're typically, in these scenarios, situations where you see a flight to safety for the U.S. dollar. The dollar index would go higher. One of the reasons why is people go to the safety of treasuries. You buy treasuries with U.S. dollars. What we are seeing right now, believe it or not, in the 10-year yield is still a tick higher than what it was before the actual airstrikes happened earlier in the day.
Commentators, right? Mohammed El-Arian and others are pointing out that's highly unusual.
Highly unusual. And I would also point out
Treasury yields should be falling 10 basis points or something on it. That's not.
And they did. And they bounced back up again. I would also point out just the gold trade. That's another one of those safe havens that typically moves decently to the upside. It is still up 1.5% gold prices, but you would expect them to be up markedly more so in this kind of a scenario.
Let's go. That is, folks, and we're all getting this real time. That is Tel Aviv, where you saw an incoming strike of Iranian missiles that looks like, hopefully, all or almost all of them were intercepted by Israeli defense, and that so-called Iron Dome. There's a lot of smoke, not exactly sure what is causing that, but we do know that the market is reacting to Dom's point. Oil closes, and I hate to even talk about the market in a time like this. This is, though, what we do. This is why you're watching and listening right now, folks. Let's tell the price. We're going to put that up or keep that up. The price of oil has spiked back up. It is not where it was this morning, Kelly, but it was up 6%. About 10 minutes ago, it is now up almost 8% or $5 to $73.27. Brent crude is up about 7.5%. Natural gas up 2%. And the stock market has, I don't want to say sold off.
No, it's moved back towards session lows.
It moved back towards session lows.
Absolutely fair. I mean, the hope is always that what we've seen is contained. And every time there's now a new round, is the Iranian response over? Is it successfully intercepted or not? Of course, we're waiting to see further headlines about what exactly has happened over Tel Aviv and some of the other cities where these explosions have been heard and the public has been told to shelter in place. So the market is doing what it does. It's going to discount now the ongoing rounds into the weekend and beyond. We've heard from Macron weighing in on this, bevy of global leaders who are more or less saying that they understand what Israel is doing here, but they still wish for peace.
Yes.